Okay, so I am now sitting in my kitchen table. You guys get to see my kitchen, sort of my dining room. And I am making a magical talisman with Reiki energy. You can see it's kind of big, but I need a big one. This talisman is it's attuned with Reiki energy, as I said before. It's Lapis Lazuli with a Reiki symbol inscribed in gold here. And the attunement for this talisman that I've programmed into these crystals is, with balance and wisdom, I make decisions. And the one beneath it is, I trust and have confidence within myself. With balance and wisdom, I make decisions. And I trust and have confidence within myself. Now, as I create this talisman, I am putting in beads similar to that of a rosary. Each side has 4 beads, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a little crystal right there. There's a little moon with star charm, and then there is an evil eye. And I'll explain what those mean too. Okay, so 4 is a good number for communicating with your spirit guides. 4 is a good number for paying attention to the information that they're trying to convey to you and to sticking to the right path that you decide on. You want to go and buy a car, you're going to go buy a car. If you're going to go and get this job, you're going to go and get this job. You have confidence and you're going in the direction. Stay on the path. This little moon with star in it, the symbolism is, well, you'd have to read my book to understand the symbol of eclipses, but then you have the evil eye. Now, I don't mean to brag, but I'm a little bit of a unique individual, and I've noticed that people who want to be unique individuals tend to hate unique individuals. Just saying, I've always had a hard time with certain individuals who just see me being myself as somehow I'm trying to show them up. And I'm not. Like, I'm wearing little heart glasses, and people, oh, she's just doing that for attention. Why can't she just wear normal glasses? Or, oh, she's painting her car different colors. Why can't she just drive a car like everybody else? But the truth of the matter is, the reason why I do those strange things is because that's in my natural way of wanting to do things. I'm not doing things in order to show anybody up. I'm doing things in order to just be my authentic self. And if that tends to make people feel uncomfortable, well, then that's a them problem. But as I am doing this, with the evil eye protection and all of this and everything, I am doing something that I'm pretty sure that my Reiki master would find ill-advised, but I'm following my own intuition, and my intuition says that this is actually a good thing to do. And so what I am doing is I am listening to the tapes of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. That umbrella guy, yesterday he released one of the tapes that uncut of them having their arguments and discussing their issues, as they would do throughout their relationship. They would have these recordings. Odd, but they did that. And as I'm hearing their arguments, I'm seeing more and more the way that domestic and emotional abusers tend to, it's almost as if they all studied the same book on how to systematically break a person's confidence and belief in themselves and individuality down in a way that makes that person more docile and manageable and more dependent on you. Now, there's something that I've noticed that Amber does, which is so reminiscent of some of the things that I've experienced as a abuse survivor, not victim, was anytime that an abuser has to take ownership for a negative thing that they have done wrong, they will automatically find a way to twist it that, but it's all your fault that I did the wrong. Also, just know that you're lucky to have me around, and without me in your life, you'd be nothing but a loser. She does that when she admits to getting physical with him, admits that she has a lack of control when it comes to, when she gets angry. She just gets so angry that she feels like she has to hit him. And she admits it, but then she has to quickly say, oh, but just so you know, being with me is a luxury. You have the luxury of being with somebody like me who's willing to fight for our relationship, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know, chopping somebody's finger off is apparently fighting for her relationship. Who's willing to be there because you're never there for me. But if it wasn't for me, our relationship would be nothing. I'm the one who's always trying to bring the light into things. I'm the one who's always wonderful. I'm the one who's great. Johnny, you should never ever have another girl ever like me because I am the most amazing person on the planet. Like, she goes off into that I've noticed she did it at least 3 times in the recording I'm listening to, where she admits to doing wrong, but then goes off into this tirade about how wonderful she is and how I'm just always trying and you're never trying and you never fight for me. Now, she's crazy. Going into another room in order to cool off because somebody's throwing shit at you, that's not splitting, as she calls it. She said that he would always abandon her, but he never abandoned her per se. He just, you're throwing shit at me, I'm walking away, which was the smart thing to do. But she saw that as abandonment. Now, I don't believe that she's a sociopath. Everybody says she's a sociopath. If she was a sociopath, she wouldn't give a shit as long as she got her check at the end of the day, you know? But ultimately speaking, she sees his departures as abandonment, and that makes her more incensed to get more violent. And if she admits to doing wrong, then that makes her more incensed to break him down systematically as a person, break down his confidence, break down what he believes is the reality, and gaslight him into believing that you deserve to get hit. You deserve to get hit. You made me mad. You made me mad. You just made me mad. I'm human, okay? I'm human. Sometimes humans hit. And you're the one who's triggering that in me. So I don't know anybody else who'd tolerate that. Like, I'm a luxury. I'm a luxurious partner. Like, that's basically what she's saying. And it's so remnant of the times that I have experienced this type of systematic breakdown of a person's confidence so that you're dependent on your abuser. That's exactly what abusers have done to me. That's what the church had done to me. Oops, sorry. I'm knocking over my beads. That is basically the style of the abuse. So my remedy to that, and Mr. Johnny Depp, if you ever get into energy work, I would highly suggest working with Lapis Lazuli to heal and have insight so that you can understand the truth of the matter, not the truth that Amber or your abuser attempts to implant in your mind, but the truth of the situation, the real insight of the situation. Lapis Lazuli, open that third eye, know the reality of the way things are, know that this person is speaking on manipulative terms and attempting to get you to blame yourself for your own abuse. And the abuse that they put on you has very little to actually do with you and more to do with their own insecurities, their own dis-ease, their own need for healing. And while you can have empathy for people like that, you don't have to agree with the ideology that they are trying to present to you and trying to manipulate you into believing. So, I know it's kind of a crazy little wacky tirade, but if you're a victim, or I'm sorry, a survivor of this similar type of abuse, I highly recommend working with this symbol. This is Seiheki. My Reiki master said I'm not really supposed to advertise them, but they're all over Google. So Seiheki, Lapis Lazuli. Take the stone, put it to your heart chakra or on your forehead, your third eye chakra, and say, I acknowledge the goodness that is within me. I acknowledge that I am not deserving of this abuse. With balance, I trust my own decisions, and that's your own perception as well. I trust myself and have confidence in myself, which is what the abuser does not want you to have. Because if you trust yourself and have confidence within yourself, then you're not dependent on them, and they need you to maintain that level of codependency to numb the pain that they're experiencing from their own injury. But that's not your responsibility. Rather than using you to heal themselves, they should be able to heal themselves through inner peace, inner wisdom, growing on themselves. So it's not your responsibility to heal your abuser. It is your responsibility to protect yourself, to have trust in your own perception of reality and not believe the gaslighting lies that they present to you, and to grow from this experience. I forgive my abusers. I forgive the people in the church who tried to manipulate me into believing that there was something wrong with being me. I forgive those people, but I'm not going to agree with what they say, and I'm not going to listen to what they consider to be the truth. Their reality is twisted and skewed so that I can remain dependent on them. And I don't accept it. And I would not recommend that anyone else accepts it. And if you have a hard time working with that, Lapis Lazuli, also a good stone for that, rose quartz. My Reiki master gave me this beautiful rose quartz crystal. This one is attuned for inner peace, inner calm. If you combine these babies up, you are going to feel good. You're going to feel strong in yourself. You're going to feel the strength to forgive those who have hurt you. And you're also going to have the strength to not allow them to hurt you anymore and draw strong boundaries. So, enough rambling. We're done with that.